right, guys. Hey, we're just reaching out today. We really thank you guys for coaching and being involved in our programs. We can't do it without you. So first of all, thank you very much. And we hope you have a great season. Just wanted to reach out with a few things. Just want to make sure that the facilities we're using, we are in partnership with AISD and the city of Amarillo. So let's all work together to try to take care of those places so we can continue to play those games there. At the turf fields where we're going to be playing some of our football games, make sure that we are not eating any food on the fields, any drink, but water. Let's just make sure the water or some kind of not colored Gatorade and stuff like that on the turf. Now on the grass, obviously, you can be able to drink all that stuff. No sunflower seeds, anything like that. Also on the turf fields, make sure that we're not putting lawn chairs on the turf. It will puncture the turf and those things are pretty costly to fix. So kind of just put your lawn chairs back on the grass behind the field because you have to be behind the rope and stuff anyway. So make sure we're not putting those lawn chairs on the turf. On the neighborhoods that we use, make sure we're not parking in front of people's driveways or their mailboxes and things like that. I know parking is very scarce at some of these places, but let's make sure we're not in front of someone's mailbox early in the morning or in their driveway or things like that. Let's respect our neighbors. Clean up our trash after the fields. After your game, make sure that your area where your team was is cleaned up. We've got all the trash out there. That way it don't build up in the wind. You know, the wind in Amarillo, it's gonna catch and end up in people's yards and on the fence of the school. Let's make sure we're trying to keep those places clean. And on the gym rentals, let's make sure that we're, during the practices, they will not open those gyms until it's time. They will not open it until it's the actual time to rent, to be in those gyms. We are working with AISD to make sure they put up nets. It is 3 months since our last season. They probably have maybe some new employees. It's been 3 months since we've been in there, so we might have a few hiccups. Just make sure you call 806-576-8005 and let me know if I need to call AISD to get something done with those gyms being open. Game times, they will open them around 10 minutes before. So we really appreciate AISD letting us use those facilities. They're great facilities, and so let's keep those clean. Make sure your bench area is clean when you leave. The bleacher area where you were at is clean. Make sure the kids are not leaving water and bottles and everything for the janitors or the custodians to have to clean the next morning. Let's do our part to help them out. So make sure when you're using the bathrooms, we're not tearing any of the dispensers up or anything like that. We had a few issues last year with that. So let's make sure we're taking care of their property. Also, coaches, I really appreciate you, but when we're don't put any tape on the floors or anything to show the distance where the little ones get to serve from. Let's use something else that's not going to stick and leave a scar on there. They had some issues with that, with their floor being left some residue on there where the tape wouldn't come up. So let's make sure we're measuring that and just coming up with a spot that we can make sure those kids get to serve from without putting tape or anything that's going to mess up the floor there. Anything that you notice at the games, in the gyms, or anything that I need to be aware of, let me know. I'll be glad to call AISD and talk about it. We have a great relationship, like I said. Have a great season. Just communicate with me any issues that you have. And thanks a lot. Let's have a great season.